Hey. Yeah, we're gonna start in like 2 minutes. Nice. Oh, 3 people already. Super nice. I'm really happy that you all wake up and that you're here. So it's like Sunday, it's like the 0 effort day. So it's really cool that you're doing this. Yeah, then I guess we can actually start because most people are here. You might want to have a tissue with you because we're gonna do some breath stuff. So yeah, hi. Today we're gonna start seated. There we go. Nice. So first to just get back into our bodies and wake up the time a little bit. Sit back on your heels and then lean forward a bit. And come up to sit on your toes. This thing is called the fire toes, and since today's fire session, I thought it's very adequate to start with that. So arrive here and notice this opening that happens in your foot. And maybe this is a little bit intense for you, then you can lean a bit more forward. And if you want to feel more, then you can lean a little bit backward. For me, it's actually kind of a lot right now, so I think I'm gonna come out already. If you want, you can stay a few more breaths there. And then when you came out of it, you can tap out your toes. And then sit back on your heels and lean back for a moment. And opening up your chest. Can rock a little bit from side to side. Can feel into your body. Slowing down the breath a little bit. And then come back to your center into a comfortable seat. This is kind of hard for you to stay here a little bit longer, then you can use a block to sit on it. And then sit a little bit higher. Nice. Now take your left hand and put it in your put it on your thighs, like with the palm facing upwards. And then take your right hand and make like a like symbol and place it in your palm. This is called the Shiva's tongue, and the idea is that the symbol of the tongue pointing upwards is the symbol of the spine being upright. So just keep your hand like this. You don't have to like force it super much. And close your eyes and arrive into your body. So today we're gonna practice with fire. In this Ayurvedic worldview, fire lives in the stomach and it burns the food that we eat and it gives us energy to do all the things that we want to do. And I also like to think of fire as like this kind of passion. So the thing that drives you, the thing that gets you out of bed, and the thing that makes you go to the other side of the city or the other side of the world to get something done. So it's really just like this internal thing that pushes you forward. And for me, this is a very familiar element. Like, I think I listen to this inner fire kind of a lot in my dealings with the world. So maybe you can see today how this fits with you. What is your relationship with this feeling of external facing, wanting to see, to try, to experiment? You can allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. You can maybe lean back a tiny little bit to open up the chest a bit more, have more space to breathe. Maybe you can feel that with every inhalation you are fueling this fire on the inside. Taking in oxygen to be burned. And you get everything out that you don't need anymore. And you can start opening your eyes. Your gaze can still be soft, focused on the earth in front of you. And then you can release the hands. And maybe rub your legs a little bit. Maybe you feel that your palms got a little bit warm. It's time to give back that warmth to your body. You can touch your heels, touch your feet. For me, my feet are always cold, so it's always nice. And then to get going, we're going to practice a very fiery pranayama called Kapalabhati. This is a way to like really wake you up and start this fire going in the beginning of the practice. I think we already did this together, but I will just explain it shortly. So what we're going to do is that we're going to inhale completely, then we're going to exhale completely, then we're going to inhale kind of halfway, so not super full, and then we'll start pushing down the air forcibly by using the stomach muscles. So we will like, it's going to sound something like this, like, so maybe you can see that by chart, that it's like, so it's really this like stomach muscles to get activated. And then the inhalation comes kind of automatically, so you don't have to force that. It's more like you know, those things that people use to stoke the fire with, like this thing that pushes air out. It's kind of like, yeah, like a pump, basically. So if you want, you can keep your hands here on your thighs or wherever you feel like placing them. And then inhale one more time here completely. And exhale completely. And then inhale halfway, and we're going to start our first round. Exhale here, and then inhale completely. And then hold this inhalation. You can tuck your chin down as if you were like closing the top of a lid of something. And hold this inhalation for a few more seconds. Feel this fullness inside you. And then slowly release. And then inhale once again normally. And exhale, release. We'll do 2 more rounds with increasing numbers of things. So now inhale halfway in and start the second round. And the last one, exhale. And then inhale completely. Become very full. And stop here. You can tuck your chin. Feel this fullness in your body. Feel how you're expanding from the inside. And then lift up your chin and exhale. And let's take one breath in between. So here. Exhale completely. And then inhale and push out all the air to the top of your stomach. And bring down your right arm, your right hand, and touch down on the ground, on the left arm, touching down on the ground. It's as if you maybe while you're doing this, you can feel your shoulder blades slide. And exhale, draw the arm down in the front. Inhale up here. And exhale, draw the hand down. If you want, you can even allow the whole body to be a little bit part of this movement. We're going back to this idea of flowing. If you want, you can also just keep it with the arm. It's also very nice. And then you can turn around the circle and see how this feels. Maybe sit down on the outside of and then you inhale up with your upper and lower together. Keep doing this in your own rhythm. Oh no, there is something wrong with the stream. Fuck. I see that you're leaving and coming back. Let me know if this is not working. Because then we can switch to Zoom or something. Let's see if you're in trouble here. Okay, it seems like now we have 3 people. Okay, it came back. Cool. No, it might have been YouTube. Okay, then it works. Nice. So let's come back and we're gonna move on to the other side of this thing. I hope you were able to do a little bit of the first side. I really wonder what you guys are seeing actually. It's kind of fun that I have no idea what you're seeing. So let's meet in this like knee seat. And I hope that you can actually, yeah, I see that there are 4 people now. So you should all be back. We could actually redo the previous part on the first side as well, just to make sure that everybody got that. So let's redo this part. We were in the knee seat. And we were doing this very pretty thing. But now I see 3 people again, so somebody I think is still out. just going to continue. And I hope everyone gets in one way or another. And if this starts fucking up again, then we can always like switch to Zoom and then somehow make it work there. Oh, Mila is here. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I see the number like jumping up and down. Cool, cool. Then I'll continue here and let's redo the previous part to make sure that we do both sides. So we are on our knees and we're gonna do this very pretty thing that on our inhalation we're gonna reach up. And then exhale as if you were drawing a thread down with your right hand down towards the ground, touching the ground for a moment. And then inhale, reaching up again, letting the palms touch. And then bringing down the left hand towards the ground and touching down. And then inhale, drawing it up again. And exhale, bring down on the right side. Inhale, pulling up from the ground. And exhale, bringing down. Inhale, pulling up. And then the next time your right hand is on the ground, you can keep it there. And then move away your right hand. And step out with your left leg to the side. And come into this long side bend. Nice. And then we're going to do a tiny flow here. So when you inhale, reach up. And exhale, you bring down the arm. And inhale, you reach up. And exhale, bring down. And if you want, you can even engage the center of your body a little bit so you can more into this full body flow. But you can also just keep going with the arm. Both of them are totally fine. And then turn around and make this maybe circles the other way around as well. And then when you're up here, stop here for a moment and lean back a tiny little bit and open up your chest forward. As much as it feels good. Try not to let your head drop down, but rather your head is the extension of your spine. And then inhale here, and then as you exhale, you can sit back on the outside of your right leg. So now you're turning towards our sides, and your left leg is in the front, the right leg is kind of tucked underneath. And then inhale here, extend the back, and exhale, coming to a forward bend. And if you want, you can keep a little bit of movement here, so you can explore a little bit from side to side, or go a little bit deeper, come out, following your breath. Or if you feel more static now, then you can also just stay in a deeper forward bend. And on your next inhale, come up. You can lean back for a tiny moment. And then exhale, turn back towards the ground. And now stretch out the right leg to your side and the left leg to the back. And come into this halfway downwards dog. And if you want, you can rock a little bit here side to side. See how this feels. You're rather just checking in with the legs now, checking in with the body. And then inhale here one more time, and exhale, come back to your knees. And come back to your center. And give everyone good. So sit back in your center. And exhale here. Inhale, roll up the shoulders. Exhale, let them fall back. Now your next inhalation, reach up both of the arms towards the sky. And exhale, bring down your left arm. Your left hand touches the ground. And inhale, it comes up again. Exhale, the right hand comes down, touches the ground, and brings up this tiny little thread, connecting it with the other hand. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, bring down the left hand, but this time we're going to stay on this side. So interlay with your left hand from yourself. And then step away with your your right leg and open up your chest. And we're going to do some circles here too. You can try to align yourself a little bit more so these like things are more or less in one line, the parts that touch the floor. But it's not like super important right now. So when you inhale, you open up, reaching upwards, and exhale, bring down your arm. And if you want, you can engage the center of the body a little bit more in this. If you really feel the flow here, then nothing can stop you. And then turn the circle the other way. And then when you're up here, stop for a moment. And then your next inhalation, open your chest a little bit more. Leaning backwards. A little bit of a balance here. And then exhale, bring down your hands. And then turn around and sit back on the outside of your left leg. So now it's your right hand that is stretched out in front of you. So make sure that you are relatively grounded here. And then inhale, extend your back. And exhale, come forward. The forward bend is really bent here. So it's the forward leg is really bent here. It's not really stretched out. So it's rather about just this idea of moving forward, bringing the thigh and the stomach closer. And then you can just stay here and breathe here, or if you want, you can experiment a little bit, coming to one side or the other. Maybe even trying to open the chest up for a moment. Something is very interesting here. Saying hi to the foot, the foot, a little bit dirty. And releasing down the leg. And then as you inhale, you can lean back. And then turn down with your upper body towards the floor. And now stretch out your left leg to the side, the right leg to the back. And stretch into this halfway downward dog. And you can feel the back side of your right leg stretching out now. And then inhale one more time here. And exhale, put down your knees and come back to your center. Nice. We're going to start activating our core a little bit more, really getting a little bit more conscious here. So we're going to do this thing. You might, if you have sensitive knees, you might want to put something under them now, but we're not going to stay here for super long. So what we're going to do is we're going to interlace the fingers. And on inhalation, we're going to push away the palms and stand up on our knees, coming into tiny back bend, but rather stretching upwards. And as we exhale, we sit back. The palms are facing each other. So inhale, coming up, extending. And exhale back. Inhale upwards. If you want, you can start making it a little bit more dynamic here. But especially the coming back should not be too fast. So when you're coming back, you're always just kind of hovering back. So you can be a little bit more intense when you're coming up, but always be kind of gentle when you fall down again. Maybe you can feel how it sinks up with your breath. Very full inhalation, very full exhalation. Let's do one more time here. And then you can release the arms to the sides. Sit back. And then you can put down your hands in front of you and come up to your first proper straightforward downward facing dog. And I hope everything is fine with the stream. If you have trouble again, then please write in the chat, I can see that. And stretch into your downwards dog. Now you can try to open up the chest a little bit more. Spread your fingers on the floor and make sure that that your fingers are actually pushed into the ground and they are not like coming up like cat pose, but rather really stretching out. Let's do one more inhalation here. And then a big exhalation. And then your next inhalation, come to your front, come into plank. And exhale, move back. And you can bring your focus to the core when you're doing this flow. And see how your core supports you when you go through this movement. Now we're going to make it a little bit more interesting. So you can inhale here when you're back here. Exhale, move forward. And then inhale here in your plank. And then as you exhale, push out your tongue and do like this lion breath thing, like you can even make a face. And then inhale back here. Exhale, release in downwards dog. Inhale in your plank. And then exhale, open up the mouth and like inhale back here. Exhale, downwards dog. Inhale, plank, and exhale, lion. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downwards dog. Inhale, plank, and one more time, a big lion breath. And then come back to downwards dog. And now place down your forearms. Try to bring both of your forearms to the ground at the same time. So you push your weight a little bit backward and try to bring the forearms down. Oh, it's not so easy. If you want, you can maybe step back a little bit more distance between your legs and your arms so you have enough space. And then we come into the dolphin. And then just breathe here. It's a pretty intense way to start the day. If this is too much for you, you can put down your knees anytime. If you want to experiment a little bit more, you can start bringing down both of the knees. And just touch them to the ground. And then bring them back again. And then do this 2 more times. And then the next time you can lay down your knees on the mat. And open your knees quickly. Or like my glutes, sorry. And then walk to the front of your mat with your hands. And then try to bring down your chest, your heart space the best you can. Coming into this external chest pose. So maybe your chest hits the floor, or it's rather my forehead. And then just stay here opening the chest. Receiving the energy from the earth. The energy that you're ready to burn now. On your next inhalation, you can bring up your chest. And as you exhale, you can come back to downwards dog. And then walk forward to the top of your mat. And you can do a deep forward bend. Release everything in your upper body for a moment. And on your next inhalation, come to half bend, stretching out the back. Exhale, full bend. Inhale, start rolling up. And arrive in your center. And we're going to go through a couple of sun salutations here. You can see that you're here, nice. And we're going to just go through them one by one without much break in between. Let's see how it goes. If you need a rest, you can always take a rest, that's fine. So arrive here in your Tadasana. Inhale, heel completely. And exhale, stay grounded. Then your next inhalation, reach up with your arms. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, step back with the right leg, put down the right knee and open the chest. Exhale, step back and come down with knee, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward looking down. Inhale, step forward with your right leg, put down the left knee and open up the chest. And exhale, step forward, deep forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, release. In the next round, try to focus on how your stomach is carrying you, how you swallow. Like, not only your stomach, but your core muscles extend also to the sides and also to these like deep back muscles. So try to focus on how the core of your body is carrying you through this motion. So you're on the top of your mat. Exhale here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean forward and inhale, step back with your left leg, put down the left knee and open up the chest. Exhale, step back into plank and come down with the knee, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward looking dog. Inhale, step forward with the left leg, put down the right knee and open up the chest. And exhale, lean forward bend. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, lean forward bend. Inhale, stand up with the right leg, put down the right knee, open up the chest. Exhale, step back to plank, knee, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward looking dog. Inhale, step forward with your right leg, put down the left knee, open up the chest. Exhale, step forward, deep forward bend. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, deep forward bend. Inhale, step back with the left leg, put down the left knee, open up the chest. And exhale, step back into plank, put down the knee, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, go back to downward looking dog. Inhale, step forward with your left leg, put down the right knee, open up the chest. Exhale, step forward, deep forward bend. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, deep forward bend. Inhale, half bend, stretching out the back. Exhale, put down your hands, step back into plank and come down either with the knees down or in one go. Inhale, cobra, upwards looking dog. And exhale from the strength of your stomach, go back to downwards looking dog. And then just breathe here. Yeah, take a few breaths. Your next inhalation, lift up your heels. Exhale, steady your hands. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, deep forward bend. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, step back into plank and come down in whatever way you like. Inhale, cobra, upwards looking dog. And exhale, downwards looking dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Allow your neck to stay free. And open the chest towards the ground while you push really strongly to the ground with your hands. In your next inhalation, lift up your heels. And exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, release. Nice. I'm going to come to everyone's favorite salutation view. So step your feet closer to each other. And then next inhalation, come into a chair. And exhale here. Inhale, elongate the shoulder, elongate the spine. And exhale, be stable. One more inhalation here. And then as you exhale, come into deep forward bend. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, put down your hands, step back into plank and come down. Inhale, cobra, upwards looking dog. And exhale, downwards looking dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, step between your hands, coming into low lunge. Place your back foot down for warrior one. So you put down your heel. And then inhale, come up to warrior one. Long for a second. And exhale, put down your hands, step back into plank and come down. Inhale, cobra upwards looking down. And exhale, downwards looking down. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, step between your hands. Plant your right foot in the back. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Long for a second. And exhale, put down your hands, step back into plank and come down in your favorite way. Inhale, cobra upwards looking down. And exhale, downwards looking down. And let's take a few breaths here. And then next inhalation, lift up your heels. And exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, full bend. Inhale, come up, come back to the chair. And exhale, Tadasana. Nice. You can keep your hands in Anjali Mudra and just close your eyes for a moment and feel the strength and feel the heat that you built up. But I definitely am pretty warm now. Hopefully you are too. So let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Feel the energy coming up from the earth, coming into your body, ready to move through you. And then release your hands. Exhale here, and on your next inhalation, sit back into your chair. Exhale, bring your hands in Anjali Mudra and sit back a tiny little bit more. And try to keep your back straight. It's very nice because I can see myself and can try to fix my own stance with that. But you only can rely on your feeling in your body. So maybe you can try to sit a tiny little bit deeper, but still keep the back rather straight. And then inhale here. And as you exhale, twist towards your right side. So now you try to hook the left elbow on the right knee, above the right knee. And you twist open towards your right side. And try to keep this length in the spine. Nice. And then start putting your weight on your right foot and start lifting up the left heel here. And then inhale here one more time, and as you exhale, very confidently step back. Coming into a high lunge, twisting towards your right side. Nice. Feel this length between the top of your head and your heel that is in the back. In your next inhalation, come up but stay in the twist. And exhale, extend the arms to the front and to the back. So now as your left hand is facing forward, the right hand to the back. Maybe you can try to come a little bit deeper here. Keep your core engaged. So if you try to pull your rib cage together a little bit in the front, that will give you the stability. And then as you exhale here, and on your next inhalation, lean back a tiny little bit. Maybe you can put your right hand on your left leg here. Maybe you don't, that's fine. You can also place your hand on your hips if that feels better. And reach up with your left arm. So now your entire left side is one big long opening. One long channel of energy. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, come back to your center again. Now look at the ground in front of you. And we're going to transition into twisted half moon. So for that, maybe you're going to need a block. In any case, get ready here, maybe step a little bit closer. And then start moving your weight forward and try to put down your left hand on the ground. If you want, you can also use a block here. And then move your weight forward and start lifting up the left leg in the back. Nice. And then if this works, you can also bring the right hand a little bit more up and try to twist your upper body towards the right. Try to keep this little bit of flexibility in the standing knee, so you're not pushing through too much. Nice. Now inhale one more time here. And as you exhale, bring both of the hands towards the ground and try to lift up the upper leg a little bit more, coming into standing split. Nice. And then we'll do a tiny flow here, so we're going to inhale like this. And as you exhale, we're going to bend both of the legs and bring the two legs behind each other. Inhale up here, and exhale back. Inhale up, and exhale back. And one more time, inhale up here. And then as you exhale, bring down the left leg and come into the forward bend. If you want, you can even stand a little bit wider if it feels good for you. And just release the back, release the upper body. In your next inhalation, come to half bend. Exhale down into full bend. And now your inhale, gently roll up. Nice. It's kind of an exercise in what you can do if you build up like a lot of energy. It's pretty cool. So let's try this on the other side as well. Arrive in your Tadasana. Inhale here. And exhale, release a little bit. On your next inhale, sit back into your chair. And exhale, bring your hands in front of you, Lunge Mudra, and maybe sit a little bit deeper. Inhale here. And exhale, twist towards your left side. So now it's the right elbow that is hooked on the left knee. Yep. And you can open up a tiny little bit this side. And then go down on your feet and start lifting up the right heel. Inhale here, and as you exhale, very confidently step back into a low lunge. And then maybe you can come into a little bit deeper twist to your left side, out of the stability of your legs. And as you inhale, lift up your upper body and extend the arms to the two sides, but stay in this twist. Inhale here and exhale, arrive. Keep your stomach engaged. In your next inhalation, lean back. So now the left hand is going towards the right thigh, head back of the right thigh. Or you can also put your left hand on your hips, that's also fine. And then reach upwards with your right arm. Your heel, the right heel and your right fingertips. Stretching out both of the arms. Way up like this. And then on your next inhalation, just come up. And then on your next inhalation, just come up. I'm going to twist the half moon towards your left side. And try pushing back with your right heel. Keep the left leg a little bit bent. Maybe you can try to bring your gaze towards your left side. Opening up the chest to the side. Nice. One more inhalation here. And then exhale, bring down both of your hands in front of you. And try to lift up the right leg a little bit more. It's pretty hard. It's also really hard for me. And then we're going to do the tiny flow here as well. So we inhale here. And as you exhale, bend both of the legs and bring the two legs behind each other. And then inhale here. And exhale, bring the legs close. Inhale here. And exhale, bring the legs closer to each other. And one more time, inhale up there, stretching the right leg back. And then put down the right leg on the next to your left one. And come into a deep forward bend. And try to bend your knees a little bit and just move them a tiny little bit. Moving your hips a little bit from side to side. And release out all this strange stuff that you just did. It's behind you now. So as you exhale, you're in a deep forward bend. Inhale, come up to half bend. Exhale, deep forward bend. And then inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, release. And you can put your hands on your hips and then draw them behind you on your lower back. And just close your eyes and feel the warmth of your hands, your lower back. If you want, you can even give yourself a little massage here, or just feel the strength of your hand, heat of your hands. And they're also strong, but also warm. This is a good time to check in with yourself, see how far you are ready to go. Because we have a few more things ahead of us, and in the end, you are like there. You know how much energy you have left. And then shake out your hands and come back to the top of your mat. And then inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, deep forward bend. Inhale, step back into plank. And exhale, put down your knees, the chest and the chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward looking dog. And stretching to this downward dog. See how different it feels now than it felt in the beginning of the class. And then inhale, reach up with your right leg. And exhale, start lifting your hands. Then your left foot for warrior one, so kind of 45 degrees reaching to the side. And then as you inhale, come up to warrior one. And we're gonna do a really fun thing here. We're gonna practice another pranayama. It's called Bastrika, and it's kind of very similar to Kapalabhati, but here you're also gonna force the inhalation. And we're gonna put this together with a bit of kung fu fighting action. So what we're gonna do is that every time we inhale, we're gonna hit forward with our right hands, a little bit to the side, like this, and then we hit towards the left as we exhale, like. And you can breathe through your nose. If it feels good, you can also breathe through your mouth. And you will allow this movement to pump the air between the two sides. So let's just try out how it works. You can go a little bit slower if you're not so sure in yourself. First, make sure that you have a very stable basis here. And then bring your arms up to your fighter stance. And then we're gonna start by inhaling on the left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. If you want, you can go a little bit faster. A little bit like a steam locomotive here. And then I can allow it to be a little bit slower again. And rather slow. And then you can shake out your hands and allow yourself to arrive in this calmness again. And just feel for a moment in your body, in your hands, when you feel a bit of tingling. It's a very intense, activating exercise. It's really cool. And then step a little bit closer with the 2 foot. And you can let them be mat distance apart, so the feet are like mat width to the sides. And they are almost like in a square, a little bit longer than a square. So the back foot is now facing a little bit to the side, rather almost forward. And you should be able to stretch out both of your legs. And then we're gonna move our hands behind our backs and try to grab your elbows behind your back. If this is too hard for you, and you cannot really reach your elbows properly, then you can always just interlace your fingers. It also works. So let's assume that you have your that you're grabbing your elbows here. Try to release your shoulders still a little bit. Try to keep your back rather straight. And then inhale up here. And exhale, start moving forward. Try to go as much down as you can still keep your back rather straight. And both of the legs are stretched out, both of the legs are extended. There can be a bit of micro bend, but this is rather a static pose here. Maybe you feel warmth in your chest, in your heart, as you're reaching forward. And then you feel like you cannot go more down with your back stretched out, then you can do a little bit of a bend in the back as well. And I really like these forward bends because they are these kind of humble poses, and I think that there is not really any passion without humility. So you can really only be passionate about something if you're able to place it higher than you yourself are. So I feel like being passionate about things is also kind of a very egoless thing in a way. Or it can be, I mean, not always. So I really like these forward bends for this like sense of humility. I think in German it's called something like Hingabe, and I really like that word because it has this like word of giving in it. You can correct me later if I don't use that well. And then your next inhalation, you can come up again. And then you can stay a little bit like folded forward, so you're not coming up completely. Your chest is still facing rather towards the ground. And then bend the forward leg and start lifting up the back leg and come to warrior 3 with your arms behind you. Now you can feel your strength in your core and try to find your stability here without using your arms to balance. Maybe you can go even a little bit more into your, more parallel into the floor. Try to bring your left hip a little bit down. And then inhale here one more time. And this you exhale. Stand up. And then you can release the arms. And then just stay here for a moment and observe how you are. And then you can open your eyes again and step to the front of your mat. Exhale here into Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, deep forward bend. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, put down your hands, step back, and come down with your knee, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downwards dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg. And exhale, step between your hands. Place your right leg a little bit outside for warrior one. And then as you inhale, come up to warrior one. And maybe you can try to go a little bit deeper, a little bit wider in your stance. See what feels good for you. And make sure your hips are rather facing forward, so the right hip is a little bit more forward. And that you're actually facing upwards with the top of your head. And then we can do the Kung Fu Fighter on the other side, the Bastrika, it's called. Now you can also start slower and then maybe increase your speed as you go. So now we're gonna inhale on the right side and exhale on the left. So inhale right, exhale left. And try to keep your bases really stable and allow your breath to flow with this movement really. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And you can also speed up a little bit here. And visit your steam. And release your hands. Shake it out. Observe for a moment how you feel after this. It's a very intense thing to do. And step a little bit closer with your back leg. So that you are mat width apart with your legs and the back leg is a little bit, it's a little bit still back, but you're able to extend both of your legs completely. And your hips are facing forward. And then grab your elbows behind you and try to grab the other way around. So there's usually a familiar way, and now try to do it the unfamiliar way. And see how it works. If you don't get it, then that's also fine, don't worry too much. And you can always just interlace the fingers. Nice. So you might feel it a little bit different in your shoulders too. And then inhale here, opening up the chest. And then exhale, start moving forward with your back straight. And then when you cannot have your back completely straight anymore, then you can do a little bend forward here. And keep your legs straight, there can be a little micro bend in them. And otherwise, just allow your chest to open towards the floor. And we're coming back to this feeling of humility once more. On your next inhalation, come up a little bit, don't have to come up completely, and move your weight towards your front leg, and start lifting up your back leg, and come into warrior three. The back leg is lifting up, your chest is radiating forward, and observe how much inner strength you have that you can keep your balance even without the help of your hands. And if you don't, then you fall out to the side, and also don't worry, you can just come back and try and experiment. Try to bring the right hip a little bit more down so the two hips are parallel. And then inhale one more time here. And then as you exhale, stand up. And release the arms. And you can place your hands on your hips. And you can make some small circles or eights with your hips. Release a little bit all of this stuff that has happened. And come back to your stillness. And we have one more kind of hard thing in front of us, so checking if you still have any energy left. I know you already did really a lot today, but maybe you're still up for a little bit more experimentation. So on your next inhalation, inhale all the way up, reach up. And exhale, come into a forward bend. And first we're just going to stay in our forward bend for a little bit longer. You can bend the knees and try to place your hands below your feet. You can really bend your knees here, so you can come down enough that you can really place the entire hand and that your toes are basically on the base of your hand by now. So the big toe is on the base of the big thumb. And then maybe you can try extending the leg a little bit more again. But if it doesn't work for you, then don't worry. It's more about the forward bend and the releasing. And then bend your knee again, release your hands. And put your feet mat distance apart, and we're gonna come back into our squat, our old familiar squat. And then inhale here and extend your back. And exhale, arrive. Just stay here for a few breaths. Observe how you're feeling in your hips, how you're feeling in your core. And then put down your hands in front of you and walk the feet towards each other. We're gonna come back into this squat. Now I'm gonna come to the front so you can see me better. So we did this squat yesterday already, where we were very nicely aligned upwards. This time we're gonna stay a little bit forward bent, and we're gonna keep the hands on the ground. And then crawl with your hands towards your right side. Try to place your right, wait, I should be more, yeah, so towards your right side. Try to place your right elbow in your hip crease, basically. And maybe you can lean a little bit forward. Maybe you can place down your hands and lean a little bit over. If you ever practice side crawl, then you know where we are going, but don't quite go into it yet. We are just preparing now. And then come back to your center. Maybe you can even extend your back for a moment. And then put down your hands in front of you and now crawl over to your left side. And try to place down the palms. And start moving a little bit of weight over into your hands. And then come back to your center. And now if you want, you have many options. You can try experimenting with side crawl. I will try to show you, I also cannot completely do it, but we can try experimenting together. Or if you feel like side crawl is a bit too much and it's not what you're looking for, you can also try the straightforward crawl. So you can also open your knees here and try to come into the forward crawl. But I invite you to try to experiment a little bit with the side crawl with me. So you can come back to your center and then move towards your right side. Now, there are multiple ways to do this, but I usually try to do that I put my hip bone on my left. So my right hip bone is on my right elbow, and my left elbow is kind of like below the knee. There are also other variations to do this. So some people, I think, only put it under the knee or something. I don't know. But let's try to do this like this. And then just start putting your weight forward, forward, forward. And then maybe you can lift up one foot in the back, or maybe you can lift up two. Let's see if this works for you. This is your time to experiment. You have to be very, very tiny and compact. And then when you're ready, you can take a break in between. You can sit down on your heels. Checking with yourself. And then we can also try the other side. So you can come back to your squat and then turn over to your left side. Now it's going to be the left elbow under the left hip bone or around somewhere there. Don't even know the correct names right now, but find some kind of bone to support with your left elbow. And the right elbow is supporting the left knee. Yeah. And then just try putting more weight in your hands. And see if you can do this. It's a very good feeling. And if you are able to come up and you are able to fly in this crow, then try to keep breathing meanwhile. That's a tricky one. Don't hold your breath. So you can experiment a little bit more on this side as well. You can tell me later how it went. It kind of sucks that I don't see you guys. And when you are done with that, you can place your, you can sit back on your knees and you can place your right hand on the inside of your left hand, with both of the palms facing up. If you want, you can have the thumbs touching each other, or you can just let the arms rest like this. And try to keep your back relatively straight, but otherwise you can relax for a moment and just check inside. Check how you are, how is your energy, how is your breath. And you can raise the hands, and now if you want, you can already put on some extra clothes because we're very close to going to Shavasana. And then sit back. And you come into Dandasana, your legs stretched out in front of you. Make sure you're sitting in your sitting bones. If you want, you can also put a blanket below you if you want to sit a little bit higher. And then pull up your right leg and place it on the outside of your left leg. It doesn't have to be super close, it's either like outside of the left knee. And then inhale here. And come into a twist towards your right side. Let's do one more inhalation here. And as you exhale, move towards back in your center. And release the leg. And then you can wrap your legs up a little bit. And massage the knee a bit. And then bring up your left leg towards you. And place it on the outside of the right leg. Then inhale here in your center. And exhale, twist towards your left side. And then inhale one more time here. And exhale, come back to your center. Now you can pull out both of the legs. And then move a little bit from side to side. And then stretch out your legs in front of you. And then we're come into a deep forward bend. So inhale here, stretching out your arms. And then exhale, deep forward bend. You can have your knees a little bit bent here. And you can either grab your foot, or if it doesn't work, you can also grab your leg here. If you have like a wrap or like something to use around your leg, you can also hold on to that. Just allow your stomach to move towards your thighs. And breathe into the space that you're opening up in the back. Not only your upper back and your lower back, but also the back side of the legs. And one more inhalation here. And exhale, maybe you can go a tiny little bit deeper. And then you can roll up. And you can bend your knees a bit. And lie back. It's time for Shavasana. If there is anything else that you want to do, of course you are free to do so. Maybe around those happy baby kind of people. But otherwise you are ready. You can allow your weight to sink back into the floor. And bring your attention back inside your body. Into those surfaces that are pushing into the floor. And feel your warmth. This is also a great time if you want to put on a little bit more clothes or something because you want to hold on to that warmth that you built up. Then you can put something on. Or maybe you can even use a blanket to cover yourself and enjoy this warmth that is coming from you. It's coming from your inner fire. And then when you are ready, you can start deepening your breath. And start bringing back movement to your body. Maybe you want to move your neck from side to side. Maybe you want to move your fingers. And then you can start pulling your legs towards you. And hug your legs a little bit more. And then you can turn to your favorite side. And then when you are ready, you can come back and sit up in a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed for a moment longer. Feel how your body is now. And you can bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. If you'd like to continue that exercise of reflection, you can think about what did you love this year, what made you passionate. Maybe you rediscovered something that you already really liked before, and now you realize that wow, this is actually really cool. Or maybe you find something new. So try to think about what are the things that make you strive. And I would like to really thank you for practicing with me today. And let's close this class with an Om together. So inhale for Om. And thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. So yeah, I hope you feel pretty good now, pretty warmed up. And in the afternoon we will continue with the air session, and that session will be a little bit shorter. And then we will have a small break, and then to close it, we will have a Zoom call, courtesy of Carsten, thanks. And there, I thought we could exchange our experiences, how things went, and then we can do like a small ritual to close up the year. And also, it's the time for the winter. Is it solstice? I don't know the proper word, but like the longest night is upon us, pretty much. And afterwards, it's gonna get better. So I just realized that also with this weekend we are basically celebrating that, and I think it's super cool. So thank you for practicing with me again, and see you in the evening for our final session. Ciao.